Hey Dragons, this is Dragonsnips and welcome back to another video. And yeah, this is a color pencil illustration this time around. I haven't done that in like 5 million years. I don't know why Queenie put me through this situation. She always put me through a situation like this. I don't know why. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna be doing like color pencil this time around. I haven't like did an illustration with color pencil since I was in high school. Okay, scratch that with this. I have done color pencil illustration on my Instagram posts, like 2 of them. I think the only reason why I kind of stopped doing color pencil illustration is because number one, it hurts my hands just to do a color pencil illustration, and number two, I found other mediums to create art with, like painting and markers and digital artwork. Yeah, I just found like another medium to kind of do. So I wanted to go back into kind of like a color pencil illustration this time around because I haven't done one for a YouTube video. I've done like a marker illustration, I've done painting, I've done a few other things. But a color pencil illustration? I mean, the last time I had a color pencil illustration was when I had Crayola color pencil. Granted, this is a crayon Crayola's crayon set. I don't have color pencils because all my color pencils were donated to my nieces and nephews, and I don't have to pick that up because I set it on my desk. So yeah, let's go ahead and head out to my art desk and start the color pencil process. Let's go.
I'm going to go ahead and place down the paper that I choose for this video and place it down on my desk, and then I tap it. Tap, 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 tap. And then I grab out like paint tape that I found. I don't know why I'm doing this, so I'm just going to place it down into the paper to make sure it stays in the position that I want it to be, and there it goes. Bye-bye, tape. See you later! So I'm grabbing out my iPad and I'm doing the same thing I did with the paper, tapping it like I normally would do, and here he is. But we'll get to him later. So now it's time for me to grab out my pencil and sketch it out.
Oh wait! Before we actually sketch in like the sketch of this creature, I knew that I wanted to color in the background because I didn't want to kind of leave it plain. Like majority of the time I don't really draw background. But this time around I did. And I knew that if I tried coloring the whole background with my fingers or just color pencil, fingers? Fingers. I meant to say color pencils. It would just hurt. I mean, the last time I did that was with this artwork right here, and I hated the whole thing. So this time around, it's a watercolor pencil. Watercolor pencil? But this time around, it's watercolor paper, which you probably already saw. And you probably already know where this is going, so I grabbed my crappy watercolor set and colored the background. Watercolor and I do not have a good time together.
So I said, push away my pencil right here and grab out my watercolor set. Let's grab out the rest. Okay, I'm not really good with watercolors, so I'm gonna do my best with the color of the background with watercolors. So I'm just adding a few layers of blue and a few other colors to the sky, and then I'm adding the green. I actually do add a different okay, can you blend that better, please? Thank you. So now I'm just adding, like, trying to get a really good amount of colors onto the side, dirt, and just, like, I don't know, general colors that I felt like needed. Adding this big tree here, which I actually thought I was gonna use color pencil to add a bit more detail. I did not. I just leave it the way it is. And then just tapping with my paintbrush the clouds in the background, which I actually like how they turn out. But the tapping, tap, 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 and then I'm just adding all the clouds into the background, adding a few more details to the like the rocks in the background. A rock here and this here, and well, after I'm adding this few more details, the background is completely done with a few more colors, and it's done. Okay, so the background is done, kind of, but we'll get to the background just a little bit like later on in the video. But it's done for now, so it's time for me to sketch in my like character in the artwork. But before I actually sketch it in, I wanted to kind of design the creature out, because I didn't just want to do like a snake dragon in its way. So I decided to kind of combine like a few other animals as well, and then just create a new creature. Okay, so I am now on my computer using Photoshop, designing the creature after I finished the background of my character, because I wanted to like get a basic of how I want this character to look like. So I picked like 3 animals, technically 4, but I technically used 3 animals for this design to kind of get a basic idea on how I want him to look. So we're starting off with a basic sketch, and this first time around I didn't like it, and I just started over, and he actually turned out really well. So let's go ahead and be quiet for the rest of the part. So around here, I actually changed the face because I didn't like how you look. And this part, I actually do like how you look now. And I think you look adorable and kind of creepy at the same time. But so now I'm just adding a few more sketching lines to the point of where I'm adding the foot texture in the background. It is at this moment I now decide to do the outline on the with the character, and doing outlines on Photoshop, it's actually really different than doing like outline on like Procreate or my iPad, because I don't know, the pen, like how it works on like the computer, it feels very different than it does on the iPad. I don't know, maybe it's just like how like perspective is kind of tricking me. So I'm just outlining him, and at this moment I pick out, like, after I fix him up a few bit, I pick out what I want for his coloration. And so I kind of pick up colors from the animal, from these pictures, to see how I like the placement of him. And I actually like how each of, and I was like pretty much pretty close, darn close to the colors that I pick on the computer to like when I color him with color pencil. I was pretty darn close to how I picked the colors. So I'm just gonna fix him up here, and for the rest of the video you don't see the final result because I didn't record the final result. So this is like the rest of it. You will see what he officially looked like in the end.
Alright, background is done, sketching is done. Now let's go ahead and take a color pencil and go ahead and color the dragon. Oh, come on. What do you want now? Yeah, what's now, Bandit? Oh, hi, Queenie. Yeah, what do you want, Bandit? You forget to add the line art into the drawing. You can't color the artwork without the line art. Oh my god, you're right. I've been so focused on coloring the background and sketching in the character, I almost completely forgot. Wait a second. What's going on here? I don't know what's going on here. I guess we continue before I start glitching out.
Alright, his design element is done. It's now time to add him into the drawing here. So let's go ahead and add him there. What was that? Okay, so now it's time for me to complete his look. And so I'm just going to go ahead and sketch him all into the background. It was kind of weird sketching him on already colored background, because I feel like I would like back on Procreate and my digital work. But when I was like sketching on top of the watercolor, it didn't erase the watercolor for the most part. It did in certain areas, but you can't notice it. Thankfully, I would have been upset. But so now I'm just adding all of the details in here after, you know, sketching like the basic of where I want him to be.
done, which the sketching and the line art is completely done. So now it's time for me to add in a little bit of detail for the background and maybe fill in some coloring process with colored pencils to add in more detail.
Alright, now it's time to erase them just a little bit, not too much, but erase them enough with my kneaded eraser to add in the outlines with my Spectrum Noir pens. And I'm using the brush pen for this one because, well, I just like the brush pen for this one. I like how it can create these foot texture with just the brush pen. It's kind of difficult with the other pens, so a brush pen is a lot easier this time around. And I did use a brush pen for like the background a little bit, not too much. So once I'm done like adding like the line art, it's time for me to add in like the sketches, just a little small sketches in the background. Maybe add a bit more detail so that way I can see where I'm gonna place the pens. So here I am adding the brush pen and a few of the small pens that I use for the background, just to get like a basic idea on how I want the background to look. So once every detail is added, it's time for me to color in the creature with color pencil. Now, I don't know why I colored it in with this basic color. I actually didn't use this for like everything in the creature. I actually ended up using like multiple different colors with multiple different areas to make the final result look, well, the final result. So you can see my color pencil case being open a lot, and I'm trying to determine what colors I want to use for him because, well, it was kind of easy but kind of hard to determine what colors I want to use and what I not use. So yeah, I'm now figuring out what colors I want. So after finding out the colors that I want for him, I decided to color in like the basic where I place it down where I want these certain colors to be, following the guide that I have on my iPad. I have him open on my iPad, just can't see him on camera. Well, you did for a brief moment at the beginning, but now I'm kind of placing down the colors that I want. Still grabbing out colored pencils from the case. I think that's the last time I do it. But the eye patches, I thought I messed up, but you can't tell on camera, but you can't. They are different color, like in real life. I thought I messed up, and so yeah, that was the thing. And the ear coloration are different from like the rest of the body. I was mixing colors from the ferret, Gila monster, and snake. I also got the belly coloration from the frog that you saw. And this is a technique that I learned years ago using a colorless blender marker to kind of blend in your color pencil. It has helped me so much. But I found out quickly as I was coloring in with the color pencil, it was covering up the line art. So I later on grabbed my my pens again to kind of fill in some of the line art that got like taken away and disappeared from the color pencils. So that was a technique. That's what I did later. say that coloring this artwork took a long time with color pencils, and to my surprise, my hand didn't hurt at the end. I think it's also because I colored the background with watercolor, which actually helped a lot, and I use this colorless color pencil, not color pencil, this colorless marker just to help blend in the color pencil. Which, if you are going to be using color pencil, I highly recommend using a colorless blender because it will 100% speed up your work so much. Because you're not gonna feel your hand cramping in the end. Okay, I will say that my hand did kind of feel cramped at the end, but not badly like I thought it was. But a color pencil will help your hand not cramp at the end of the coloring flow. It was at this point that I have worked on this drawing for so long that I was trying to get it done, but not like speed run it. I was trying to get it done to the point where I feel happy about it. And while I was coloring it and trying to finish it up, I completely forgot to add the shadows to it. And I'm just like, I looked down after I was done with it, and I'm like, well, I forgot the shadows. I think it looked fine without it. Kind of like a children's book. So I'm using that technique again with the colorless blender to get like a blend with all the color pencils. And I'm going in with my pen, just trying to get back some of the detail that was lost through the color pencil, like the coloring process. And it brought this character to life so much. So now I'm adding like a little marking on the stomach that I saw in that frog from earlier. Well, I don't know if you saw it. So yeah, I'm adding that marking to the stomach area. I don't really know what that is for, but oh well. And I'm adding a few more detail to the background and a shine with my white pen. But after all of this more detail is complete, he should be finally done satisfying so much. In my name, and he is done.
Done at this part of the video, not yet, but by the time this video comes out Friday, it will be completely done. So here is what it looked like. Boom. And if you want to see it in full glory, you can check me on my TikTok and my Instagram page. I'll be posting this artwork up there. And if you guys want to share some of your artwork, you can do the hashtag Dragonsnips to get show me some of your artwork. I would love to see some of your guys' artwork. And if you guys have any suggestions for any future video, you guys can comment down in the link in the description below. Actually, links in the description. You can comment down in the comment section below, or you can message me on my Instagram page or my TikTok page if you guys want, like, if you have any other suggestions for any future videos. But anyways, guys, that'll be it for me. So I'll see you guys. What's going on? Why is this?
It's time for a change.